Hey guys, I'm back, and today I'm filming for you guys my nose contour routine, sort of. Some of you asked me how I do my nose contour. I use only powders. I don't really like to use creams or liquids. I've tried it, and it just doesn't really float my boat. As you guys can tell, I'm really obsessed with this makeup look. I filmed it for you guys a while back, so if you guys want, I'll link that down below, but I loved it so much, so I just recreated it again today and paired it with a different lip, and this is my first time ever wearing this lip gloss by Anastasia, Beverly Hills. It's actually the lip gloss in, what are you? Kristen? I don't know how I read that, Kristen lip gloss by Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and I actually really like it. Yeah. So if you guys want to stick around to see how I get my nose contour using powders, then just keep watching. So this is my nosy without any product on it. I actually really like to contour my nose because I like to give it a more slimmer look because I'm not the biggest fan of my nose, unfortunately. But what I'm using today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm going to be going in with Fawn and then the banana powder. I hit pan on this. Ugh. I'm obsessed with this powder for my nose contour. I actually switch off between this contour kit and my Benefit Hoola bronzer. The only reason I sometimes don't really like using my Benefit bronzer is because it's a little bit warm for me. So I like to use something that's a little bit cooler on my nose rather than something that's a little bit warmer through my cheekbones. And then the brush that I like to use to apply the contour is, this is so random, and it's so old that the bristles actually shrunk. I'm pretty sure the bristles used to be about this long, so you could tell there's a big difference in them. This one's the Sigma E25 blending brush, but I don't like to use that for my nose. I actually like that this is a little bit shorter and more dense now. So this is the MAC 217. I know, this is not what they look like anymore. This is really old. So that's actually what I like to use. So I'm going to go into the contour. And I like to just pick up a little bit, tap off the excess, and then what I like to start doing is, depending how thin you want your nose or how wide you want it, this is what's amazing about contouring, is that you could really play around with the different shapes that you want to create. So I like to sort of start about right here and then bring it down into a little peak, yeah. So I like to make my nose much slimmer. I used to actually do it on the sides when I just started learning how to contour, and my nose actually looked really wide. So I like to bring it really close. And then I sometimes like to just sweep it up in here a little bit too. And I like to make sure that the line is sort of thin. I'm not going to bring it down towards this area. And then once I get towards this peak, I sort of round it in. And then I'm just going to do the other side. So once I finish that part, then I'm going to create a little line and then do the sides of my nostrils also. This is going to give your nose that little flatter bottom so it looks a little bit more perky. And then I keep dipping my brush back in, but I'm just tapping it in there once and then just tapping off the excess after. And then I'm just going to apply that powder all on the bottom right here. And then I'll just lightly blend this down. Not too much because I am going to apply that lighter shade on the sides to really make your nose even skinnier. Then what I like to do is a brush that you use with powder or anything, I used this to set my under eyes. So I like to just blend this out just a little bit. And then you could just use your fingers. Then when I'm done with my contour, I like to go in with a flat top brush like this one. This is by RC Cosmetics. I don't know, it doesn't have a name on it, but any sort of flat top brush, or You could actually even use a brush like this also, but I just like something flatter. I'm just gonna put that in here, pick some up. Also, when you apply your concealer, if you want to give your nose an even slimmer effect, apply your concealer sort of towards the bridge of your nose, and that will sort of give it a slimmer effect. So that's actually what I'm doing, but I'm doing this with a powder. And this also cleans up that contour if we went a little bit too far, because we don't want our nose to look too wide. So I'm just gonna tap that in there, and then make sure you don't go over where you applied your contour. And then I like to just bring that down. And you can see just by applying that banana powder just on one side how much slimmer it looks compared to this side. And I'm always tapping this in. I'm not brushing it unless I'm going to start blending this out. But right now I'm just tapping that in there. And then I'm going to apply that in the center that we left blank without any of that contour. Then I'm going to go back into my powder brush and just lightly blend that out. And then lastly, my favorite part is applying a little nose highlight. And the nose highlight I think is very important, especially when you're going to be in front of lighting or anything. Even when you're outside, it just catches the light and it makes your nose look sort of perkier. So depending where you apply it, it actually looks really cool. So I love this part. So I'm actually going to be using the Scheppy for Teeny Beauty powder eyeshadow in Pearl Fizz. This is my favorite nose highlight. This is actually just an eyeshadow. I just use it as a nose highlight. So I'm just going to apply that at the tip of my nose. Can you see that? Oh my god, it's so cute. And then I'm just going to go in with the brush that I used to apply the banana powder, wipe it off a little, and then just blend that out slightly. And then I like to re-tap that in there. And then blend that out. Isn't that so cute? I love that. So I don't apply any shimmer nose highlight from here and on. I just leave this entire area empty and free of any shimmer. I only apply it on the tip of my nose. I did apply that banana powder, so that is acting as a highlight, but I actually have a bump in my nose, and I don't want to accentuate it because applying a highlight to an area is going to accentuate that area, and I don't want to accentuate that. No. So that's the only place that I leave that highlight. Isn't that so cute? So that's my nose done. That sounded like I just got a nose job or something, but you can definitely fake a nose job by using different types of products for makeup, and I just think that's so cool that you don't really have to go under the knife, but you could still get that look that you want. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed, please like this video and subscribe because I would love that, and also don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. That'll be right here as well as down in the description box, and also the list of the products that I used for my nose contour will be down in the description box, and the link to this makeup look because I've been loving it. I really, really like it. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!